Alright, let's give this a try. Welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa 2, everybody. In the last episode, I left you hanging here in the middle of trial number 3. I believe we're about to play a logical minigame. If I'm not mistaken, we're going to try and logic our way as to why Yoko was doing something, or something happened to Yoko. I can't remember exactly what point we were trying to prove here, but I'm sure it will remind me, because the logic minigame asks you a question and then you have to answer it, right? So whatever it is. Anyway, yeah, last time I had to start the trial because the investigation came up short after watching that movie and stuff. And I was like, well, I got to start the trial then. Anyway, so yeah, I hated to do that, but sometimes time constraints matter more than continuing on with the game, as much as I would love to keep going. I'm just glad that I can stop at any time during this game, which is really nice. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now, and let's give it a try. It's time for the Logic Dive. That's what it's called. It's time for amplitude. Wasn't called amplified. That's incorrect. Alright, so how do we play this game again? Gotta remember the controls. Hold on. Controls. Move was L. X was accelerate. Right, okay. X is accelerate. Triangle's jump. Got it. We need to do that so we can get over this freaking hump. Alright, I don't know what these triangles are, but I'm not fucking with them. I'm gonna need speed to get over these humps. Is that not the first question? When's the first question? Start asking me questions, damn it. Oh, come on. I got out of the way of that. What kind of horror shit is this? Alright, question 1. Why did Hyoko's body suddenly appear at the crime scene? Oh. Right. Why is her body there? I'm going to say it was hidden. Am I right? I must be right. Yeah, because in the time that it took to get there, or I should say, in the time, that we saw Ibuki's body versus when we left and came back, and then Hyoko was there, that was not long enough for the body to have been brought there, you know what I mean? So the body had to have already been there, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. That's right. We had to figure out how Hyoko's body got there. What did the killer use to hide her body? Oh, well then... Oh, actually it was... Oh, shit. Was it really? Is it the curtain? I guess the curtain would make sense. We'll say it's the curtain. Okay, it was the curtain. Oh, no, it wasn't. Tricked me. I thought it was the curtain. Well, then I guess it was the wallpaper. The wallpaper makes sense. That's why there was wallpaper stuck to the thing. But I was thinking, like, the curtain technically does make sense. Okay, so for the killer used the wallpaper to hide her. I get it. He probably just wrapped her up in it. He or she. The killer. The killer wrapped her up in it. I will just call it the killer because we don't know if it's a he or she at this point. I'm still up in the fence too. I'm actually pretty happy about this trial so far, this whole case, because I don't actually have a real suspect where I'm like sure it was them. Anyway, how did the killer hide her body with the wallpaper? They formed a wall. They covered the pillar. They covered the pillar, I guess. I don't know what kind of wall they would have formed, so covering the pillar makes sense. I actually kind of like these logic dives. Oh, that was it? Just 3 parts? Okay. Not bad.
It's all coming together.
Is it? It's all coming together? Okay. So her body was wrapped up behind the wallpaper?
Hyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
Okay. So, as soon as I left, the killer tore off the wallpaper, and that's why there was a little bit hanging there. I guess that makes sense. I'd love to have another shot at looking at what it looked like when I first saw it. You know, when we just saw Ibuki hanging there. But anyway, Hyoko's body was hidden before we found it. Got it.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
Yeah, that's why it was already there, dude.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
Duh.
What? They hid the pillar?
Duh. Didn't you help me figure that out by finding that scrap of wallpaper up there with your Dark Deva of Destruction, sir?
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar. So when I first discovered Ibuki's body, Hyoko's body was already there.
Okay, well, just this shot doesn't really help me. But if you look at the left there, that pillar does not have quite as much wallpaper as the one on the right. The one on the right has way more wallpaper. I don't remember what it looked like back when we first were in here, like having a party, you know, when we first saw this place. But there might have been a lot less wallpaper there originally than I remember. I'd have to go back and look at that too, but I'm not doing that right now. The point is, that's how her body was hidden. It was wrapped up behind some wallpaper. Since we didn't get close enough to see a lump there or something, makes sense why we didn't see it, or why Hajime didn't see it, not me.
However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
I see. Got it.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar, so using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Then, the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
Yup.
That's how they hid Hyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue.
Makes sense.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper.
I mean, is that really a mistake? I mean, the mistake is, oh, now we know the body, how the body got there. Is that really a mistake, though? I guess that just means we don't know who got killed first, still. I think the order of kill is still hasn't come up yet, right? We haven't confirmed the order of who got killed. But all the evidence is starting to point toward Hyoko died first, even though that was already painfully obvious from earlier.
And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
Yup.
The killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on them.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
But the crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Then, when was Hyoko actually killed?
Good point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D?
Hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
Unless you're going to give her royalties, then it's fine.
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
I don't eat mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them.
Okay.
I knew it. There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Did everybody watch that movie except for Hajime? Literally everyone?
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie.
I guess so.
Not just that, but Hyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
Uh-huh.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
I disagree. We're going to have to bring that up as well, but I disagree.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
The reason the killer imitated the two victims in the movie, I should be able to explain that now. The reason the killer imitated the two victims in the movie is because to mix up the killing order or to hide the weapon. To hide the weapon? No. Why would the imitation murder help them hide the weapon? Don't tell me the killer has conjuration spells. No. Shit. I'm not even sure. The reason the killer imitated the two victims in that movie is because to mix up the killing order or to let their accomplice escape. That doesn't even make any sense. They don't have an accomplice. There's no way. It's got to be this one.
I see.
The other ones don't make any sense.
The reason the killer imitated two of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
Right. Okay. Okay. Now that I say it out loud with him as he says it, I'm thinking, okay, yeah, duh. We were just talking about the fact that we pretty much before the trial, we were like, Ibuki died, then Hyoko. But now that we're figuring out that it's probably the other way around, that's why we're saying that the movie was like the movie to screw us up. Okay, I think I get it. Damn, someone really orchestrated this in some way. I'm just curious who the fuck would even bother with this. Who would even do this? At this point, it could have literally been anyone except for obviously Hajime. And I don't think it was Chiaki, unless Chiaki set this up like way earlier. But the way she went into the conference room and did the whole lighting thing, this probably wasn't Chiaki. So who the fuck else could it have been? I feel like it could have been Mikon, dude. Mikon is like my first thought because... Just because, if you think about it, it's possible. I'm just trying to think how she would have done it if she did do it. I mean, essentially, if I think it's Mikon, I think she set this up way ahead of time. And then, like, yeah, basically just set everything up super far ahead of time. And then, in the moment when Hajime went in there, found the body, and then left, she followed him in there, or was already in there, one or the other. You know, took the wallpaper down, and then ran into Fuyuhiko after that, like, in that short time span. I think that's possible, honestly, but that's probably a little far-fetched. That might be doing too much. Yeah, that's just my first thought. Let's see if I'm close at all, because I can't think of anyone else. Like, why would Fuyuhiko do it at this point? Like, that's the whole point, right? He already went through his ordeal. I don't think it's gonna be him. Anyway, I'm gonna stop babbling. I want to get to more of this trial, damn it.
Then Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
Yep.
A valid line of reasoning.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean? If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
I'm not even crying.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
What a jerk!
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed. That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How light. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather. Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
Man, he's being annoying again.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed. How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
Is it gonna be Gundam who did this? Is it really? Is there any possible way it could be him? I'm just trying to think, like, how could it be him if it is him? Is it possible? Could he have orchestrated this in a way where it could have been him? I'm just trying to think of, like, if it could have been anybody, like, who could it have been? I don't think it could have been Akane. I don't think Akane has the brains for this, and plus she was still out with the disease, and so was Nagito. Could have Gundam have done this? Is that why he's being all defensive about this shit? I need more details as to why it could have been Gundam if Gundam did this. Because remember when we first, you know, when we went to the motel to find people to help, he didn't go with us. And then in the meantime, we ran into Fuyuhiko and Mikon and slowed us down. And maybe Gundam had maybe he had a chance to go tear the wallpaper down in that time. It's possible. Because he didn't go with us. I can believe that. Alright. Well, let's keep going. Yeah. No psychic abilities, bitch!
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
You're one to talk.
Anyway, if this continues, we're just gonna talk in circles. I think it's best if we clarify Ibuki's status when Hiyoko was killed. Okay. I'm not sure what that means. I mean, that she was alive? The blood on the shoes. That much I remember. But let's see what it says.
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
Yup.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and...
Were there even any
That's the
footprints
one.
at
Blood on the
crime scene?
Souls agree with
Maybe her feet were on the floor.
Sonya.
that she was like sitting or something. So instead, there'd be a mark on her ass.
No, ha 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 ha. What?
Weak, I say!
Weak.
It doesn't even pierce my heart.
Yeah, the fact that Gundam is defending this in any way is pretty suspicious.
When Hiyoko
So,
died, Ibuki's feet.
could it be
telling you
him?
to present
I guess
your
it could
Did you
be.
see her walking?
If her
get
feet
damn-
were
let's
on the...
just get back
Was
to
there any
Sony's
sign
point.
she stepped on something?
Yeah.
I
Confirmed.
agree with that.
She did step on something.
Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something. That something was blood. There were faint blood stains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
Exactly.
Then it's Hiyoko's blood.
Or somebody.
Hiyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
If Ibuki stepped on her blood...
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed.
Don't underestimate the power of the evil eye!
I won't, Gundam, I swear.
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line. But are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know.
Oh god, here we go. Time to slice some words.
You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status.
I do love Gundam. I kind of hope it's not him, but this is starting to really feel like it was him.
However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
Okay, let's do it. Entertainment on the way. I have no idea what we're gonna argue with. There's a lot of bullets there. Holy shit. I got nothing. I'm guessing...
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to he... Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood. You can't step on blood that was never there. Just about one Ibuki see a nice nightmare.
So what was the question? Despite his exaggerated appearance, I feel like I've already seen an open encounter. Is this a trap?
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet...
I didn't catch what word it was.
Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor. You can't step on
The
blood
step
that
ladder.
was never there.
The step ladder. Got it.
You see a nice nightmare?
Alright, the step ladder had blood on it. The step ladder had blood on it. Got it. I got it.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet... Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
But there was on the step... No? What's wrong? Have you reached your limit?
Crap!
Shit. What? Really?
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet... Ha!
What else do I have?
Impossible!
The candle?
Try to remember the crime scene.
Smudge on the
There was
floor.
no
The smudge
blood
on the floor. Oh, and he's saying there wasn't anything on the floor, but there definitely was. Dude, Gundam, what the fuck, man? Why you gotta do this?
That's not it. The reason there was no blood
forgot
on the
about the
floor is because
smudge.
the killer wiped it away afterward.
I got so excited because I remember there being blood on the ladder. I thought it was that. I should have looked at all my bullets before I got all excited. That was on me. That one's on me for not looking at all the bullets I had closely. Anyway, okay, cool.
Don't say such foolish things. You don't have proof of that at all.
Why are you... Damn it, dude. I hate that he's being so defensive. Is it really going to be him? Or is it becoming too obvious that it might be him?
Yes, I do. If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right? Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding. Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating. So I don't think they had to go that far.
Aside from Mikon, none of us were aware of that fact. So the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikon's autopsy?
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
the time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yep. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided. Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
Alright, conclusion equals fact now. Alright.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now. Fine then. But regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Now then, let us resume our debate.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
God damn it, he wants another clarification of the rules or something, doesn't he?
Again? Didn't something like this happen last time, too?
Yup.
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
Huh?
The
Suicide?
same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Nagito? What do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
That's totally impossible. Then she never would have killed her to begin with.
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right? After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Exactly. Somebody was still alive to help try to cover it up. That means somebody else was masterminding it. Even if they had Ibuki do all the kill, if they somehow convinced Ibuki to kill Hyoko and then kill herself, that still makes them the mastermind and the killer. So, regardless of that, Nagito, regardless.
Then she was alive. When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead.
No.
She waited until Hajime left. That's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
No, Nagito, no.
She hanged herself. Remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
You're welcome, Nagito.
What the heck?
There's still one more issue on my mind. If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw?
Yes. Okay, we're gonna get to that shit. I still think that shit is staged as fuck. It is not going to actually be Ibuki that was in the video. It was somebody. It was whoever was staging it. Because apparently there's a buy one get one free on the bag. Remember? So one bag's on Ibuki while the other one's free to be recording in some other place, girl. Anyway, let's see. Huh?
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
I don't know anything about that.
Don't say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something. So, maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
So, an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Then, the video Hajime saw was actually live?
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement.
True that, true
And I
that.
saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Okay. Technically, yeah.
Then we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
Let's do it. Who's got the weakest alibi? Let's go. Alright, we got everybody's accounts here too, so we'll have to just see what the arguments are here. Because I have no idea.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
Oh no! Okay. The murder supposedly happened before and during the morning announcement. Okay. In that case, let me look at people's accounts. Oh wait, that's the right place to go. I need to see Mikon's account real quick. Before and during. Right up until the morning announcement, Mikon was with Hajime. Right, she was with me. So it can't be Mikon, I don't think. She went to the hospital to check. When she rushed out of the hospital to search for Ibuki, she apparently met up with Fuyuhiko. I mean, that's still possible. So even though I kind of accused her, it makes sense. Okay. The other one was Fuyuhiko's account, right? After he met up with Mikon from the hospital, they split up to search for Ibuki. They checked the theater and the Electric Avenue, but they didn't find anyone. They were only separated for a very short time. In that short time, it could have been Mikon, I guess. For that very short time. Just long enough to tear out that wallpaper. Sonia's account was Hiyoko was distraught. That's not going to help here. I don't know if Hyoko's account was part of this. I don't think the movie ticket has anything to do with this. I don't remember what the other account, or what the other bullet was here. What was the other bullet? Person who doesn't have an alibi for that time.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
What are my choices?
what about the
Surveillance
others?
monitor video? Okay.
Right before the
So it's
morning
either
announcement,
Fuyuhiko or it's Mikon.
I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I'm gonna say it's Fuyuhiko.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel
But
doesn't
what
have an alibi.
point do I use it on?
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
There? No. You were sleeping in our cottages. We were sleeping at our cottages, right? That's not an alibi since there's no one here to back it up, right? Can you do something about that? I'm counting on you to provide better cover fire.
Crap!
Okay. Okay.
We can
Actually, I just
exclude the
realized
sick
that what
people
he
like
said
me
was
and
supposed to be
Akane,
an
right?
agree statement. Oops.
And what about the...
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel.
I think everyone at the
Sleeping.
So everyone who stayed at...
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be.
That's
My own
not an
cottage.
alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi,
Nobody
then...
has an alibi? No?
Crap!
No.
We can
Okay,
exclude the
let's go
sick
with
people like me and
Mikon.
Akane, right?
And what
And then
about
I'll
the...
use it
Right
on
before
nobody
the
has an
I was
alibi.
totally sleeping.
I
This
think
is the only, those are the
everyone
only
at
two
the motel was-
bullets
So
I
everyone
have.
who stayed at...
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed...
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi...
There it is. Okay,
No,
cool.
that's wrong.
The only alibi we have is Mikon's. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi. In fact, Mikon and I both have alibis.
You two have alibis?
Up until I saw that hanging video, Mikon and I were actually together for a while.
We even woke up together that morning.
Oh, Lord. Here we go on this conversation.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime.
Yeah, accidentally. Right.
Too much info.
Yeah, it's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
And we went to the hospital together afterward. So we were together until right before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
Still not ruling out Mekon. Still not doing it. Still not doing it.
It's better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
Killer decided to falsify the murder sequence. Yeah.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
I guess that's true. Since before the morning announcement we're with Mekon. I guess.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
But committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was?
Huh?
Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process? Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
Are you saying there was another reason?
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel. I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
Killer had a different reason? If that's the case, are we still in the killer's trap? Inside a trap set by one of us? If so, then whose? And what kind of trap is it? I don't even know, dude. I got nothing. Oh my god, we're gonna have one of these moments where Monokuma's gonna taunt me? Motherfucker.
Hiya!
Why, hello there, Monami! The moss balls sure look tasty today! Don't characterize me as someone who lives off moss balls! And here's some chance time! How about what's that? Now then, Monami's appeal time starts now! Huh? Appeal time? Your kind-hearted big brother is gonna give you the chance to reclaim your honor! Good luck! Show those jerks who treat you like a red-headed stepchild who's boss! That's 99% your fault. While you were whining, your time's already running out, so please make your appeal simple. About 30,000 words or so. That's too long. It'll just be a boring appeal. Come on! If your appeal is successful, there might be merchandise opportunities heading your way. Then, I'm Usami. Magical miracle girl Usami. I'm an itty-bitty girl who's sweet like milk. Jeez. And I thought a certain robot's little sister was supposed to be the best.
What a disappointment!
Who are you talking about? I have no clue whatsoever. Huh. I'm not sure I know what he's talking about either. So confused. Yeah, that was a super useful intermission.
I'm Monami.
Yeah,
Once
you are.
again, I've been put in such an unreasonable situation. Seriously, he's like the king of unreasonableness. Why did it turn out like this? We were supposed to have a fun, friendly school trip, but it turned out all bloody instead. No! This definitely cannot be allowed. That's why I want you to remember this. Everyone, do your very best. Don't lose to yourself. And don't forget to save frequently.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. Okay, back to it. The reason the killer did an imitation murder is a reason other than falsifying the murder sequence. Does something like that even exist?
Huh. It suddenly got quiet in here. Did I confuse you? If so, I wish I could die from self-loathing.
Man, this again.
If that's the case, it would have been just dandy if they had gone ahead and killed me too. If that happened, the imitation would have been perfect. So why didn't they do that?
Well, it's against the rules to kill 3 people in the first place.
That rule is too harsh. I couldn't get killed because of that.
Seriously, just shut up already! Shut up forever!
Shut up forever.
But I'm thinking about it again, and he's totally right. It feels incomplete.
Because they didn't kill 3 people like the movie did? That's only because of Monokuma's rule.
It's not just that. Come on, try to remember the content of the movie. About the lion that got killed second.
That's the one Hyoko's body was imitating, right?
Even though we're calling it an imitation, the lion was actually pinned by arrows, right?
Yup.
But Hyoko's body was suspended by common household duct tape.
Yup.
Maybe
they just used a common substitute because it was too difficult to imitate the arrows.
Well, that's probably it, but that attitude is what makes this feel incomplete. If falsifying the murder sequence was the killer's plan from the very beginning, they should have taken steps to properly imitate it.
But if we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless.
What are you trying to say? Are you saying the imitation wasn't planned?
I'm saying, Hyoko's murder wasn't.
What?
Kyoko's murder wasn't planned? Interesting. Interesting. I like the idea.
I understand that imitation wasn't enough, but aren't you making a bunch of assumptions?
It's not just the poor imitation. There are also other strange details.
Strange details? Like what?
Like, for example, why did Hyoko go to the music venue?
Well, we have a reason for that. Oh! That's true. Maybe Hyoko interrupted the Ibuki murder and got killed because of it, and then it got all staged after that. I guess that makes sense. Why did Hyoko go to the music venue?
So, you're saying the truth behind Hyoko's murder is hidden?
I have no freaking clue what you're trying to say.
However, this is getting quite interesting. My 4 dark devas of destruction are getting riled up.
Why Hyoko went to the music venue? If that's the key to all this, I need to find that out, no matter the cost. We already know why she went there, and that's part of why I'm not trying to blame Sonya for any of this. Because then Sonya would have basically just made Hyoko go interrupt herself, you know what I mean?
Why did Hyoko go to the music venue? There's
Wait,
no way we'd know
what?
that.
Maybe the killer summoned her.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
That's true. Or
She was guided by the will of causality.
the will of causality. Need to find out why Hyoko went to the music venue. I mean, I know why she went, but none of these answers are what I want.
Go to the music venue?
So I think I'm gonna have to grab.
No way we'd know that.
I think I'm gonna have to grab one of
Maybe
these
the killer
these
summoned her.
things. It's not the summon thing.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
The abducted has nothing to do with it
No,
either.
maybe.
I wonder if I have to grab
She
this
went
one.
of her own free will.
Oh wait, you can only
She
use
was
it to
guided by
refute.
the will of causality.
So never mind. Wait, so how are any of these helpful? What? That's not helpful. That's not helpful. I forgot you can only use the points, like you can only absorb a point if you're going to use it to refute something. You can't use it to agree. Music venue curtain? No. It's not the surveillance camera unit. AC temperature? If Sonya's account was a part of this, it'd be way easier, but it's not. Yoko was distraught, then Sonya apparently told her about the mirror. Like, that's all we have. Alright, let me read it again. I need to find out why Hyoko went to the music venue first.
Why did Hyoko
Scrapbook paper, music venue,
go to the
curtain,
music
surveillance
venue?
camera unit, AC temperature,
There's
Wizard
no
of
way
Minot.
we'd know that.
Blood on the soul.
Maybe the killer
Motel
summoned
room
her.
key? What does the
If
motel
that's
room key say? Motel room key, what do you say? It was buried deep inside her kimono, so it's pretty difficult to retrieve.
Not it. Maybe she got abducted by the killer.
She went of her own free will?
No,
Oops!
maybe.
That's fine.
She went of her own free will.
Right here. Right here, right here. That's all I got. That's all I got. She had her key with her, so that's all I can think of. And I'm glad I thought of that, because otherwise I was going to be stuck on that for a minute.
It's just as Sonya said. She went to the music venue.
I was totally expecting Sonya's account to be one of those, because that would have made it super easy. But no, they want to dilly-dally around that. Now we're going to probably use Sonya's account here, coming up here.
So, exactly as I assumed.
If no one called for her, then why did she go?
Hiyoko locked herself in her room because she was being overly cautious of the despair disease, you know? I don't think a person like that would leave their room just because someone called for them.
There's no way she got abducted?
Hiyoko locked the room she was staying in before she went out.
If she was forcibly taken from her room, there's no way she would have had time to lock it.
That's also true. Her door was locked on her way out. That does make sense, because she had the key.
The killer could have locked her door, right? Just to hide the fact Hiyoko got abducted.
True, but not likely.
Then they couldn't have hidden her room key that deep in her kimono.
Yeah.
They would have put it somewhere more obvious.
Yeah, exactly.
Otherwise, there's no point in messing with the crime scene if nobody finds the key. At the time, you were the one who actually took out the key, right? Then something like that.
I won't lose.
Uh-oh. We have to do a rebuttal again.
Are you saying my gut was wrong?
Yeah.
This could be my first and last highlight of the day. Why won't you just let me shine already?
Because you're wrong.
No, that's not the issue.
Shut up! Enough with your fancy talk. I'll shut you up right now.
Okay. I don't know what we're going to use to rebut this bitch, but let's see what she says. Stepladder, candle, smudge, Mekon. It's probably going to be Sonia's account. Probably. That's what I was waiting for. A use for that.
Hiyoko was locked inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted or something. The killer forced their way into Hiyoko's room. Forcibly abducted her! The girl is so small and weak-looking. And that's why the killer targeted her.
Okay, so I got to the next
Hiyoko's
section.
room was locked.
This is good. Just trying to get
The
to
key
Sonya
was deep
Bullet.
inside her kimono, remember?
Right.
It's more likely that Hiyoko locked the door herself.
Very likely,
The killer
yes.
was the one who locked the door.
Not Fuyuhiko. I need Sonya.
So what if the key was in her kimono? Maybe the killer just put it there later.
Incorrect. Alright, so she... Okay, so we need to get
The
past
killer
this.
was the one who
this
locked the
part
door.
two. We need to do
So what if the
some
key was in her
precision
kimono?
chops.
Maybe the killer just put it there later.
There we go. There we go. Get to that
There's
next
no
step
reason
here.
for the killer to put the key in Hiyoko's kimono. The killer probably didn't realize she even had the key.
Yeah.
Hold on. Try remembering Hiyoko's box. Her kimono was all messed up.
Boom! No? Dang it. Yoko's kimono's all messed up. There should be no doubt about that. It's true her kimono was messed up. I should have seen...
Hold on. Try remembering Hiyoko's
I probably
her
jumped
kimono.
down
There's only
there.
one reason her kimono would be that messed
Maybe
up.
there'll be another point
She
here.
fought the killer.
There it is.
Yeah! Through those words.
Yeah, refute. The reason why she was there for a reason, bitch.
The reason Hiyoko's kimono was messed up was because she wasn't able to properly wear it.
Yeah.
Wear her kimono?
Yeah, it's also the reason why she decided to go out on her own.
Duh.
Hiyoko seemed to be really struggling with wearing her kimono. I believe that was one of the reasons she locked herself in her room. That is why I informed her. I told her that there was a full-length mirror at the music venue, and I suggested that she use it.
Then the reason her kimono was messed up wasn't because she fought the killer.
No shit.
Yeah, she went to the venue on her own just to fix her messed up kimono.
I get it. I lost. Boil me, burn me, take off my clothes. Do whatever you want to me.
Jeez. Talk about submitting yourself to me.
Hajime, now's your chance. Make her admit defeat. Or better yet, make her do a little something.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Soda. She was speaking figuratively, not literally. Hell no.
Then, the killer probably couldn't have assumed that Hiyoko would go to the music venue.
Though that may not apply to Sonya, since she provided Hiyoko with that information.
Though I knew she would go there, there is no way I could have predicted when she would arrive.
Don't go doubting Miss Sonya, you cretin. I'll put you and your hamsters 6 feet under.
Kazuichi, it seems you have quite the fashion sense. Do you want me to incinerate your clothes? Perhaps I could do that while you're wearing them.
Gundam, please stop! For his sake.
Huh? What do you mean, for my sake?
Of course. I've already overlooked no less than 10 opportunities to kill you.
Even if the killer couldn't predict it, why did Hiyoko get killed in the music venue?
The only thing I can think of is, it was an unfortunate coincidence.
Yeah, as in she showed up while the other kill was about to happen.
Coincidence?
When she went to the venue by herself, she was probably just unlucky and walked in on the crime scene.
Yup.
She was killed so there wouldn't be any loose ends?
Yup.
It probably happened When the killer was preparing to kill Ibuki, the killer most likely had already placed the hemp bag over her head. And without hesitation,
Killed Hiyoko.
Bam. Booyaka bam.
because the killer used that coincidence for their crime, it made this case even trickier.
That's the reason they imitated the movie to falsify the murder sequence.
Yep.
Which means that low-down scoundrel didn't plan on committing imitation murders at first.
Then what was the killer actually planning to do? They've been cunning this far. There's no way they'd kill Ibuki without a plan.
Do you have any ideas?
Damn, we don't know the most important part.
The killer's plan from the beginning. Pretty sure we're very, very close.
Hey Nagito, any ideas?
Hey, how long are you gonna stay quiet?
Oh, am I allowed to speak? I'm so happy I'm getting goosebumps. Everyone actually needs help from scum like me.
He's so excited.
So what do you think?
I was thinking about it while I had my mouth shut. But now I'm finally able to come to a conclusion. Ibuki definitely didn't commit suicide.
Booyaka.
What are you talking about?
I thought there might be a possibility that she faked her death and tampered with the crime scene. But now I remember. There was blood on Ibuki's slippers. So if she faked her death and walked around the music venue tampering with the crime scene, there'd be bloody footprints left in various places throughout the venue. So that's why I think there's no way she faked her death. There's no way Ibuki committed suicide.
You know, we already finished talking about that a while ago.
Really? That's annoying. I guess I should just awkwardly laugh about it then.
Oh, I love it.
Are you freaking kidding me? There's no limit to how useless you can be.
No, wait a minute. If Ibuki had blood on her feet, there'd be footprints all over the place if she kept walking around.
Strange. That's very strange.
Strange? What's strange?
I see. It's not something we finished talking about. Those footprints. There's still an important clue left that we completely overlooked. Just as Nagito said, if she had blood on her feet, she would have left footprints. Then why weren't there any footprints on the... Why weren't there any footprints? Is it because of the blood on the ladder? Yeah, why is there blood on the ladder? We haven't even talked about that. Oh! No. Man. When I say oh, I was thinking like maybe it didn't happen. I'm just gonna say the stepladder and see what happens. Why aren't there any footprints? I'm just gonna say a stepladder. Let's just see.
I can prove it with this.
Okay, cool. I think I got it right.
If Ibuki used the stepladder to hang herself, it's strange that there weren't any footprints on it.
Huh? There weren't?
Yeah, that stepladder was completely clean. No footprints or bloodstains at all.
You noticed such a small detail. How amazing! This is truly the talent of a chosen ultimate.
What are you talking about? You were obviously leading us to this. That's why you brought the suicide topic after all this time. Nagito Komaeda, you're definitely someone I shouldn't underestimate. He didn't want to take all the credit, you know what I mean? He figured it out, but he didn't want to take the credit, so he, like, made us believe we figured it out. What a dick.
But didn't you say you saw that video of Ibuki climbing the stepladder?
Yes.
Then I think there's no doubt that she really did climb it.
Unless there was something funny about that video.
Here we go. I've been waiting for this to get brought up, like, for real. I thought they were going to bring it up earlier, but now we're finally going to get to it.
I see. So there was some kind of trick arranged in that video,
Indeed.
But that's something only Hajime would know, since he's the only one who saw that video.
So just as I thought, it comes down to that. The mystery surrounding this incident is contained in that video. And whether or not we can reach that hidden truth is all up to me.
Hajime, I leave it in your hands.
As long as I leave this to you, I won't tell you to do your best, but Oh well. You should get started already.
Yeah, I'll definitely try.
There was some hidden clue in that video. I should have seen something strange as I watched it. I'm the only one who can clear that up. I'm the only one who actually saw that video. So I'm the only one who can do it, which means it's logic time, baby. Probably, or maybe not. Oh wait, hold on. The hanging video that I saw, based on everything we know from the debates thus far, I should be able to figure out what's strange. I mean, there's no blood on the ladder at this point. Does that matter? I'm just gonna say that.
Here! That's right, I remember now. There was definitely something strange about that video.
Can you explain it to us?
What's strange is that stepladder I mentioned earlier. It's true that the steps of that stepladder weren't dirty, but on one side, there was a bloodstain, right on the left side of the stepladder. However, that contradicts the video I saw at the hospital.
Okay, cool. I'm glad I spotted that right away as that being the answer.
There weren't any bloodstains on the stepladder in the video. It was completely clean.
That is truly strange. If the video showed the moment of Ibuki's death, then Hiyoko should have already been dead by that point.
Even so, the fact is the stepladder had blood on it at the actual crime scene. But the stepladder in the video was completely bloodless.
And there's no way the video was recorded in advance. If that's the case, the only thing I can think of is...
It's possible those two stepladders were completely different.
Boom! Shakalaka! I've been waiting for somebody to say that.
Wait, are you saying there were two stepladders?
But where would you find another stepladder? There was only one stepladder in the music venue.
Then one of the stepladders was somewhere other than the music venue. What do you mean?
You're suggesting that the stepladder in the video isn't the only thing that's different. Am I right? That's amazing, Chiaki! All that gaming has given you incredible deduction skills. Is it okay to say that?
What are you two talking about?
Stepladder isn't the only thing that's different, huh? Chiaki said that the stepladder was at a different place, but if that's the case, the thing that's different between that video and the actual scene of the crime is that thing the place where the killer did something. Wait, is that thing the place where the killer did something? That thing? No. Oh no. What is it? Oh no, it's a long word! Shit! Oh no. I don't know. I'm gonna have to just guess letters. N is not the first letter. Is it gonna be an I? This is gonna be bad. I is not the first letter. Is M the first letter? Is F the first letter? Alright, so the first letter is F. Is it fuck? It's fuck, that's what it is. F-I-G makes sense. No, F-I-M doesn't really make sense, but I gotta get rid of this. Well, let's do it anyways, because I don't know. Phil. F-I-L. Phil. Phil, 2 L's. Filibuster. Man. I got nothing right now. Film. Film? Filming? Okay, it's filming. I get that. Oh my god, it's filming what though? I need these G's quick. Filming location? I guess? Okay, filming location. Sure. What a word. Need that O? Oh no, I need that O. No, I fucked up. Dang it. I fucked up. Location. I need the O. No, I need that O. Damn it! Ah, you fuck. I should have just slowed it down. Crap. I need the O. Damn it. Thank you. Wait. Oh, I forgot to... Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I'm getting fucked up right here. Alright. There's hella O's. You seeing this? It's like, hey, dummy, you need an O. It's like, I know, game. Thank you. Alright. There's the C. Press the wrong button again. It's always the best. Fuck. Oh, my A got screwed up. Dang it. Oh no! I did it again! I did it again! Oh my god. I'm pressing it too fast, man. I need an A. There it is. Fucking, I am horrible at this game. I never thought I'd be bad at the controls for a fucking mini game, but goddamn am I bad at it. I need a T. Thank you. I need an I. I need an O. Shit, I need an O. Give me an O. Fucking O's, man. And to finish it. No, you fucker. Nope. Alright. Good lord. Filming location. I would have never guessed that would have been the fucking word when I started looking at that. I was like, I have no idea what word you want me to say.
That's right. Besides the step ladder, the filming location must have been different too.
So yeah, I wasn't sure what the word was going to be. But I was thinking, you know, it was the conference room. Thanks to Chiaki, I would have never even thought to go to the conference room. That conference room was never... I went in there one time. That was just for the hell of it. I never went in there thinking that was going to be anything important. But apparently it was.
What do you mean?
I mean, the video I saw was not filmed at the music venue.
Yup.
It was filmed somewhere else.
But the hospital monitor is supposed to display footage captured by the music venue camera, you know?
Then, there's a possibility that the killer also tampered with the surveillance camera unit.
True. In order to show us that they filmed the video at the music venue instead of somewhere else. What did the killer do to that surveillance camera unit? They brought it to where... Oh, we're logic diving? Okay. Here we go. Let's dive, baby. Let's dive. They brought it to the fucking location where they wanted to film. I mean, what other fucking words do we need? Like, for real, though. Anyway. Let's do this shit, baby. Let's do this shit. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what the first question's gonna be. Just try not to fall in the holes. Alright, question 1. Which part of the surveillance camera unit did the killer tamper with? Ooh. The camera, the monitor, or both? The camera, I would assume. Because that's the part that we actually... Yeah. That broadcasts, right? Like, you don't need to fuck with the other... Oh, shit, I was supposed to... Oops. I didn't realize I was supposed to spin it. Yeah. Anyway, that's the only part you would need to screw with to actually, like... you know, to actually broadcast. Does that make sense? You wouldn't need the monitor part to broadcast. That's all I'm trying to say. You'd essentially only need the camera. Also, slow down. Don't fall in the hole. Oh, just don't fall in the fucking hole, man. This is turning into a challenge in and of itself. Just the fucking surfing part. Good lord. Alright. Question 2. Did the killer tamper with the camera at the music venue or the hospital? The one at the hospital, I guess, because if they messed with the music venue one, how would they have broken it? Because remember, the one we found at the music venue is all screwed up. Nope. Wrong. They definitely messed with the one at the music venue then, alright. But yeah, because the one at the music venue is all smashed to pieces. But I guess it would make sense. I'm just trying to think, like, that's the only part of the evidence I'm not sure about, right? Is how the hell did they smash it to pieces if they broadcasted with it, you know, just minutes before? How did they get there smashed to pieces? Because didn't we see it smashed to pieces already when we got there? Or did we only see the monitor part and not the camera part smashed to pieces? That's the other question. Because I guess I would need to... I didn't pay attention to that in the fucking shot of the before and after Ibuki death either. What did the killer do with the camera from the music venue surveillance camera unit? They increased the signal or they took it with them? They took it with them. They had to. They couldn't have increased the signal. The signal sucked. According to fucking... Yeah, according to Soda. Couldn't have happened. Alright, interesting. They ook it with them. Did you see that? Do you see that typo down there? They ook it with them.
It's all coming together.
I'll ook you, you ooker. It's not really all coming together yet, but I mean the details make sense.
The killer just brought the camera from the music venue. With it, they made me think it was a live feed from the venue when it was actually from somewhere else.
Makes sense.
Then only the monitor was left in the music venue?
Sure.
Yes, at least when I first discovered Ibuki's body. But when Hyoko's body appeared, the killer probably put the camera back too.
That means you should have realized that from the start and made this easier
Well,
on all
I'm
of us.
sorry. It was there, so I thought they were both there.
He did discover the body. I doubt his attention was focused on the camera.
Well, that's true, but in order to hide that the camera was missing, the killer did one more thing to the remaining monitor.
Killer did one more thing. They destroyed it.
I see!
Smashed to pieces.
The killer smashed the monitor to pieces, destroying it. As long as it was in pieces, you wouldn't be able to tell if the camera was actually there or not.
Fair enough, I guess.
My attention was so focused on the body that even I couldn't have noticed something like that.
And the moment Hajime left the music venue, the killer put back the camera they took.
And they destroyed it and
Oh.
left that in pieces as
Well,
well.
there you go. Now that I see before and after closely, and I was actually looking at it, you can see that there's pieces that were there and then they weren't there. Well then.
It's easy to say it was filmed somewhere else, but the surveillance camera's connection wasn't that strong.
Despite Kazuichi's desperate repair efforts,
Well,
it seems it could
just
not
so you
transmit
guys
from
know.
the hospital to the motel.
This is pretty much confirming my Mikan theory, right? Because if somebody filmed it, and then if they filmed it from the hospital, it would make the most sense. So this is only confirming that it was probably Mikan. I'm just saying. It's probably.